All right, today we're peeling back the layers of history and literally the earth itself. We're diving into the bone catacombs of Alexandria. Think hidden Greek tombs, slowly but surely being lost beneath the Egyptian tides. Let's get right into it.
That's a question that's driven explorers for centuries, right? But in this case, the secrets aren't, lost treasure chests or mythical cities. No, they're the fragile, carved memories of a culture that tried to build a bridge between two massive worlds. And now, that bridge is threatened by the very water that once gave it city life.
And I want to be really clear, that is not a metaphor. We are talking about a literal submersion. One of the most unique archaeological sites on the entire planet, this incredible testament to a forgotten era, is being slowly and unstoppably consumed by the rising Mediterranean Sea.
So, to really understand what's at stake, we have to go down, deep into the ground. We're about to descend into a place called Kom El Shoqafa. And this isn't just a tomb, it's a labyrinth, a maze, carved right out of the bedrock, and it holds the final whispers of a forgotten age.
Just try to imagine this. You're walking down a spiral staircase, deep into the earth. The air gets cooler, you can feel the dampness. The walls all around you, they're not smooth. They're crusted with salt from centuries of seeping water. It's a place where history feels so tangible, like something you could literally just reach out and touch.
But here's what makes this labyrinth so absolutely fascinating. It's what's carved into those walls. See, this isn't just a Greek tomb, and it's not just an Egyptian one. It's something else entirely. It's a place where two of the ancient world's most powerful cultures met, clashed, and you know what? Ultimately, they merged.
Okay, so you've got these two major forces at play. On one side, you have the Hellenistic world. That's the culture spread by Alexander the Great, right? It's all rooted in Greek philosophy and classical art. Then, on the other side, you've got the incredibly ancient traditions of Egyptian ritual, these super complex death rites all about the god Osiris, designed to guide the soul into the afterlife. These were two profoundly different ways of seeing the world.
And this right here, this is the crucial point. As our source puts it, Hellenistic artistry bleeds into Egyptian ritual. It's this incredible fusion. I mean, you might see the Egyptian god Anubis, the jackal-headed guide of the dead, but he's not dressed like an Egyptian god. He's dressed like a Roman general. It's totally jarring, and it's brilliant. This wasn't just decoration. It shows real people trying to find their place between the empire they lived in and the traditions they came from.
Yeah, this didn't just happen by accident. The art in these catacombs was a totally deliberate synthesis, what the source calls a desperate cultural bridge. In this multicultural melting pot that was Alexandria, people were actively trying to reconcile their traditions. They were trying to create a brand new identity that honored both their Egyptian heritage and their Hellenistic present.
There's actually a formal term for this: syncretism. It's what happens when different beliefs, different practices, all blend together to form something totally new and unique. And Kom El Shoqafa, well, it might just be one of the most stunning physical examples of religious and cultural syncretism in the entire ancient world.
And you can see this fusion happening right here. I mean, you've got reliefs depicting Greek philosophical concepts sitting right next to scenes from Egyptian death rites. But if you look closer, those ancient Egyptian rituals, they're reimagined in a Hellenistic artistic style. The artists here created an entirely new visual language, one that could talk about two different versions of the afterlife at the same time. It's just powerful, undeniable proof that, for a little while, these two great worldviews were reconciled right here in this place.
But a moment like that couldn't last forever. As the pagan era of Alexandria started to draw to a close, this unique culture began to fade. And as the city up above changed, a new, silent threat was emerging from the sea. These catacombs, they were about to start keeping Alexandria's last pagan secrets, not from other people, but from time itself.
And this is the real tragedy of Kom El Shoqafa. It isn't just a building that's flooding. It's a unique human legacy, an entire way of understanding life and death that is being physically erased by the rising water.
The whole story just unfolds like this slow, awful tragedy. First, you have this incredible Greco-Egyptian culture that flourishes. Then, the world changes. The pagan era ends, and the catacombs are forgotten. Centuries go by. And then, the sea begins its relentless rise. And now, today, the waves are reclaiming these galleries, submerging the art, and taking those last secrets back into the silence.
The story of Kom El Shoqafa is a powerful, heartbreaking tragedy, for sure. But it really forces us to ask a much bigger question.
as sea levels rise all around the globe. This is a story that's starting to repeat itself in coastal cities everywhere. It really leaves you wondering, how many other unique cultural bridges, how many other irreplaceable histories are we about to lose to the waves?